Young and the Restless spoilers reveal the party atmosphere becomes lively when Jack and Diane Jenkins appear hand in hand, full of happiness. Their light laughter is an affirmation of the love they are enjoying, but the presence of Victor Newman and Nikki Newman turns the evening into a hidden battle of wits. Victor, making no secret of his suspicions, quickly turns his attention to Jack. With a sharp gaze, he questions whether the relationship between Jack and Diane is truly based on love or just an elaborate drama for personal gain. Nikki, although not directly involved in the conversation, quietly observes, trying to find any signs that Jack and Diane have something to hide. The hidden confrontation between Victor and Jack. Jack does not succumb to Victor's pressure. With a calm but no less sharp attitude, he affirms that the love between him and Diane is genuine. However, both Jack and Victor are hiding their own plans. While Victor secretly tries to sabotage Jack by running Glissade, Jack has a better move in mind. When Victor hastily sells off all of Glissade's units, he does not realize that the buyer is actually working for Jack. This is a bold and smart move by Jack, allowing him to buy back all of Glissade's assets at a bargain price. When Jack reveals this to Diane, she cannot hide her delight and admiration for his quick thinking. He assures Diane that Glissade has not collapsed as Victor wanted, but on the contrary, it is still a solid asset in his hands. Diane, with a bright smile, realizes that Jack is not only the man of her heart but also a talented strategist. She feels proud to stand by his side, ready to face any challenge that Victor may pose. The never-ending feud. The war between Victor and Jack continues to escalate as neither of them backs down. Each has their own secrets and uses them to strengthen their positions. While Victor secretly plots revenge, Jack is also preparing new moves to protect Diane and prove that their love is not a joke as Victor once suspected. In Nikki's office, she quietly observes Victor as he focuses on perfecting his plan to conquer the Chancellor. Nikki realizes that nothing can stop Victor when he sets his mind to it. She expresses her gratitude and admiration for him, sharing a sweet moment amidst the intrigue and tension. Tension in Kyle's family. Meanwhile, Kyle is struggling with mixed emotions about his relationship with his parents. He turns to Claire to vent, hoping to receive objective advice. Claire, with her subtlety, affirms that Jack and Diane's love is real, unlike the fake Jordan, a person they both once disappointed. Claire's words somewhat ease Kyle's heart, helping him to see more clearly the relationship between his parents and feel their sincerity, predicting unexpected developments. The feud between Jack and Victor is certainly not over. Secret calculations, endless battles of wits and unexpected twists promise to bring exciting developments in the future. Will Victor find a way to turn the tables, or will Jack continue to take the lead in the power struggle? What role will Diane play in this tumultuous relationship, and what will Kyle do to reconcile with his parents? The room in society is quiet for only a few short seconds before the storm of emotions explodes. Sharon Newman walks in, her eyes hesitant but determined, only to see Phyllis sitting at the table with Summer Newman. Phyllis had just been released from the hospital after the accident, and seeing Sharon, whom she believed was the main culprit, had fueled the anger in her. Sharon, Phyllis spat out, her voice cold, her eyes filled with hatred. How did you have the nerve to show up here after what you did? Not waiting for Sharon to respond, Phyllis continued to list the crimes she believed Sharon was responsible for. From the accident that almost killed her, to Heather's death, to the plot to frame Daniel, all were laid out without mercy. Sharon tried to keep her composure, her eyes shining with genuine remorse. I'm sorry, Phyllis. I didn't mean for things to get this far. But the apology only made Phyllis angrier. Sorry? Sharon, do you think an apology can erase all that you've done? If justice doesn't come to you, I'll bring it to you myself. That statement was like a declaration of war. Phyllis continued to threaten Sharon, not forgetting to emphasize that Sharon should pray that she is locked up, because if not, Phyllis will bring her to justice herself. All will continue to take viewers through the thrilling plot, where love, power and intrigue intertwine to create a fascinating story on The Young and the Restless. In the tense atmosphere of The Young and the Restless, a special scene took place that made the audience hold their breath. Sharon walked into the luxurious living room of the Newman family, where Phyllis Summers had just been discharged from the hospital after a difficult surgery. Phyllis was sitting at the table, along with her daughter Summer, creating a peaceful image that would soon turn into a storm of emotions. As soon as Sharon stepped into the room, Phyllis's eyes immediately recognized her presence. The atmosphere became heavy with the tension that had lingered from Sharon's previous actions. Phyllis could not hide her rage, her anger was clearly visible on her face. The crimes that Sharon had committed, from deliberately causing the accident that threatened Phyllis's life, to destroying Heather and framing Daniel, had pushed Phyllis to the limit of her patience. "Sharon," Phyllis began in a cold voice, "after all you've done, do you think you can just say sorry and it will all go away?" Sharon, though visibly nervous, held her ground. "Phyllis, I'm truly sorry for everything. I know I was wrong, and I'll do anything to make it right." But Sharon's apology didn't satisfy Phyllis. She couldn't forget the hurt Sharon had caused. "Sorry? You think an apology can erase everything that happened? You tried to kill me, you ruined the lives of so many others. You think your remorse is enough to make things right?" Sharon tried to explain, but Phyllis wouldn't let her continue. "You have no right to apologize to me, Sharon. You must take responsibility for your actions. And if you don't, I will have to seek justice myself." Phyllis stood up, her eyes as cold as knives. "If you are not locked up and forced to face the consequences of your actions, know that I will never stop fighting for justice. I will do everything I can to make sure you pay for what you have done." Sharon felt the pressure from Phyllis's threat. "Phyllis, I agree that I need to take responsibility. But I don't know where to start." Phyllis stepped closer, her eyes unforgiving. "You need to prove your responsibility. You need to plead guilty and serve your full sentence. That's the only way to show that you truly regret and want to make amends for what you have done." The situation becomes more complicated when Michael Baldwin, Christian LeBlanc, enters the room, trying to stop Phyllis' criticism. "Phyllis, please calm down. Sharon is trying to make amends. We shouldn't put her in this position." Phyllis turns to Michael with a challenging look. "Michael, I don't need a lawyer if Sharon is willing to plead guilty. I just want her to take responsibility for what she did. There's no need for any more legal intervention." Michael stands firm in Sharon's defense, but Phyllis doesn't let Michael's offer dampen her anger. "I feel betrayed, Michael. Sharon not only betrayed me, but everyone who trusted her. I can't let her get away with it like this." As the confrontation between Phyllis and Michael continues, Phyllis admits that Sharon was driven by her grief over the loss of Cassie Newman, Cameron Grimes. "I understand that Sharon has gone through great pain, but that doesn't mean she has the right to destroy other people's lives to seek justice." After Phyllis and Summer left the room, Sharon took a deep breath and turned to Michael. "Michael, maybe Phyllis is right. I need to take responsibility for what I did." Michael was worried about Sharon, but he also understood her feelings. "Sharon, don't do anything rash. Think carefully before making such a big decision." Sharon looked into Michael's eyes, showing determination. "I've thought about this a lot, Michael. Ever since I confessed to Nick Newman, I haven't been able to stop thinking about doing the right thing." Michael was still hesitant. "But going to court will make things more complicated. Maybe there are other ways to solve this problem." Sharon shook her head, her eyes no longer hesitant. "No, Michael. I don't think I can live with the knowledge that I hurt someone and get away with it. I want to plead guilty and go to jail right away." Michael couldn't agree with Sharon's decision. "Sharon, I can't accept this. Maybe we should find another way to help her deal with what happened. Will Michael help Sharon clear her name?" Subscribe to Yonder for the latest news on our channel.